Labdien! Welcome to Ali's Yummy Food. If you're new, then добро пожаловать. Today I'm going to show you how to make the best. I'm literally saying the best. I know I say this probably about all my cakes, but this is the best cake because they even won the Russian Bake Off. I uploaded a video yesterday, you can check it out. I was competing against amazing cake makers, but my cake was the winner because the taste was just out of this world. Medovik, which is a Russian honey cake. It's got honey dough layers with that delicious kind of creamy frosting, but I've added a bit of twist to it, which probably made me win. And it just tastes so good. It smells good, it tastes good, it looks good. I think this is the cake you're gonna wanna make again and again. Definitely is going in your recipe book. Save this video, favorite it, whatever. Just keep the video, keep the recipe, which will also be on my website, by the way, so don't worry. You're not gonna miss out on it. And guys, as you know, I want to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of summer. So please, please, please subscribe, share my stuff, share my videos, give it thumbs up, and also press the notification bell. If you don't press the bell, you don't get notified when I upload a new video, which is very exciting. And so yeah, you have to press the bell. Then you will know, okay, I've uploaded a video and you can watch it and you'll be the first to watch, first to comment. And I always reply for the first half an hour to all the comments that come through. So yeah, it's exciting. Yeah guys, I'm so really excited to share this recipe with you. I know I'm talking a lot, I'm just a very excitable person. Yeah, and if you're new to this channel, you're gonna see a lot of delicious food, a lot of yummy recipes, and I can't wait to share this journey with you. Let's get going, woo! In a bowl, add cream cheese, make sure it's softened. Then add sour cream, condensed milk, I'm using sweetened, then vanilla extract, and gently mix everything together. Then add your heavy or double cream into a bowl. You can use whipped cream or any other cream that you have. Just make sure you whip it nice and stiff and then incorporate everything together until it's nice and smooth. Place your mixture into the fridge to set. Now we're gonna make our honey dough. In a large pan, add your unsalted butter and melt it until it's quite liquid. Then add sugar and mix everything together until it is incorporated. I'm using very low heat to make sure everything is mixed through and the butter and sugar mixture is not too hot. Then we're going to add baking soda, mix that in, and then we're going to add our eggs. And you want to whisk at this stage really quickly and lower the heat completely. Just keep whisking and whisking. You will start to see the mixture is bubbling. Then add your honey and then start to whisk again. This whole process will take 5 to 8 minutes. You need to stay by the pan and just keep whisking to make sure the mixture doesn't burn. You will see that the color starts to change and it's going to become quite golden and nice, just like that. So on a very low heat, just keep whisking your mixture up and down. Now the color, I'm happy with that, that's done. We're just gonna now add our flour. I'm adding half of the flour at a time and then mixing it together just to make sure we don't have any lumps. Then add more flour and mix everything together. It's always better to add a bit less flour than more flour, just in case. We don't want very dry sponge, otherwise it's not going to be able to roll out. So just keep adding flour until you feel that the mixture is sticky but not sticking kind of to your hands and the spatula. I'm adding a bit more flour and I'm going to knead my dough on my surface after this, just because it becomes a lot easier to do it on the You can find my full recipe at alisyummyfood.com. and go check it out. I've got loads of delicious recipes on there. So add more flour onto your surface. The dough is still very sticky. Transfer your dough. It's very hot, so be very careful. Make sure you add more flour on top and all over your hands. And just knead the dough a little bit to make sure it's nice and smooth and all kind of coming together. Don't want to lose any bits. And then we're going to stretch the dough into kind of a long sausage. So just keep stretching it out. And then we're going to cut it into equal sizes. I've managed to get actually 10 layers out of this dough, and the cake was not huge, but it was a good size. So if you're making a larger cake, you might want to double the ingredients. Then just roll the dough into a little bowl and place it onto your surface. Make sure you cover the dough with damp towel while you roll each piece, just so it doesn't dry out. Now for the baking stage, just add flour on some parchment paper and just gently roll out your piece of dough. It's very, very thin, so you have to go very slow, and you just need to make sure you get all the edges. Just keep rolling it to a desired shape of your cake. So it depends what shape you want to do. You can do squares, you can do rounds. So I'm just rolling it all out, and then I'm going to measure with my cake tin. Then gently cut around the circle. And if you're missing any pieces, just kind of put them back on there and roll it over, and you're gonna get a nice circle. Like I said, the dough is very, very thin, so it's okay if it's not too perfect. And we're gonna keep all the scraps as well. So we're gonna bake this for about 2 to 3 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. That just depends on your oven how long. When it's done, you can just leave them to cool down for a couple of minutes, and then just flip it over and take off the parchment paper really slowly. And then leave the dough to cool down. Once you've done all your layers, we're gonna keep the scraps. Here you can see I've done all my layers, they're nice and cool, and my cream has set. Just a little bit, enough to spread it around. So then add a little bit of cream onto your board or whatever you'll be using to decorate the cake, and place the first layer, and then spread around 2 tablespoons of your creamy mixture on top. Just make sure it's quite even and it's enough to cover every single layer. And just repeat the process until you kind of run out of all the layers. It's quite a fun thing to do. Just keep smudging them around until it's finished. Make sure you also spread around the sides so it's nice and even. Then place the cake into the fridge for 30 minutes. Now we're going to get the crumbs for our cake, so I'm adding some biscuits in there as well and blitzing everything together. And now I'm going to coat my cake around. You can decorate any way you like, so I like to add around the edges and then on the sides, so just using a hand, kind of just spread the biscuits on there. And it is a bit of a messy process, but it's okay. This cake is really worth it. And then I'm adding some grated white chocolate on top. Again, this is optional, you can just add more biscuits. Place your cake into the fridge for at least 6 to 8 hours, best left overnight. Then decorate in any way you like. And then when you cut into each slice, you will see the layers have soaked through with the cream. It's so delicious, super yummy and very creamy. Enjoy!